Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Audrey. This is day 4 of the Summer Scrappin Series, 4 down, 3 to go for this week. My guest today is Beth Solar. I will link her channel below, so please go check out her page today as well. So I am starting this page immediately after I finished my last page. And on my last page I had used a little bit, well, I thought I was going to use a little bit of these washi tape strips. So these are from Simple Stories, and they come in this pack, and I'm like, I haven't really used these much. I'm going to try to use a lot of this washi tape on my page today and bust through some of this stash. So I did find, I think, a couple other pattern papers that maybe went with this collection. They were all mixed up, so I don't really know. They were all mixed up on my summer stuff, but yeah, my goal is to try to use this washi tape. So I was just playing with this at first. I cut this blue piece of pattern paper out, the wood grain one. I liked the wood grain, and I wanted to add some more color this time around instead of just going with the typical wood shade of wood. So the blue is nice. I actually end up just using the washi tape as I am laying it out here. So I was just experimenting at first, but I turned out to like it, so I just went with it. So I'm just peeling off these strips. I kind of sorted through the pile of washi tape, and there were a couple really like floral patterns, and I didn't want to use too much floral, so I picked out some more of the geometric patterns like the stripes and the polka dots and the bright colors. And I'm just alternating the strips. These strips on these little sheets here, they come in two different, I don't want to say widths. I guess it would be width. They're like fatter strips and skinnier strips. And then there are also some circles on these washi tape papers. So you can see I started adding the circles below. And again, I was just playing around, but I end up leaving it exactly as is. So I'm going to kind of skip ahead here. So I just kind of fill this whole bottom area with washi. And you see that I'm kind of ripping off the edges because I wanted a little bit of a distressed look. So I'm just tearing off little ends of each piece. Well, not all the pieces. I leave some pieces straight across the bottom. And I'm kind of just repeating the pattern over and over. And this is a great, great summer color palette. I love these colors together. So I also, another goal of my page today was to use an item from my stash. I'm really trying to dig into my stash this series, if you haven't noticed. And I really wanted to use maybe some eyelets or brads on this page. So they'll be coming up later towards the end. So I get those all done. I add the dots at the bottom. I really love how that looks. So now I'm trying to think of where I could put a title. I love this one. This is from Bella Boulevard. And then all of a sudden I thought, well, what if I turn it? Will the title fit better? So I turned the page and put the photos the opposite direction, and I think I like that even better. But when I turned it like that, that big title, Summer, didn't fit. And I like the white letters there, but I wasn't sure, like the word fun was just kind of boring, and I really wanted to actually have like a real title that meant something for this page instead of just, you know, a random phrase. I'm going to back my photos a little bit with some pattern paper just to kind of make them pop off a little. And I'm just cutting some strips. This is another piece of pattern paper that I'm pretty sure goes with this collection as well. And the interesting thing is that one piece I put underneath the photo, the kind of yellow strip at the bottom matched up perfectly with the yellow strip of washi tape I had there, and I did not plan that at all. So I like how that makes it look kind of continuous over the side. And I'm going to add some clear stickers here, also from the same line. I think this is Summer Vibes. And 2 of those 3 I just put down actually come off from where they are, and I move them around. This label sticker I just found. I don't even know if it came in this collection or what. It was just in my bag of summer stuff. It may not have. It's kind of a creamy color, so I don't think it went with, and maybe it did. I don't know. I think it may have been from a crepe paper. I had some labels and other die cuts and ephemera from Ellie's Studio. The colors there match pretty good. I love that wood grain, the actual brown wood grain ampersand and the little tag. I don't actually end up using those, but I do find some wood grain letters from my stash to use for a title. So I'm just figuring out how to embellish it because already the design is kind of busy. The washi tape has lots of patterns and different shapes. So I'm just going to add very minimal embellishments, but I think embellishments that highlight the design. So I took that sticker off, didn't like it there. After all that, I felt like because I had all of those circles over on the left, that I needed to put something circular, a couple circular elements over on the right as well. And here's where I decided to go back through my sticker stash and find some other letters. I found these yellow stickers. This came from a Simple Story sheet too, but it wasn't the same collection. And then a few different wood grain letters I had. And I was going through my letters here, and I wanted to spell the word days, but of course I didn't have an S in that first set I looked at. And then I found these October afternoon ones, which I can't believe I've never used this before. They were kind of stuck down in my pile of alphas, and I can't believe I haven't used them. I love them. I miss October Afternoon. I loved their collections. So the title is going to be Days in the Dock. I will go back and add the words on in the later with some little stickers. And I'm just looking for a couple other phrases to add in here amongst these washi strips that make it look like it's part of the design. And I'm going to use this red label at the top that says enjoy. And I have another little red phrase die cut down to the bottom left there amongst the washi. So I'm switching two of my dots because I'm picky like this, because the one dot had a lot more red on it and I wanted to create a better visual triangle of red elements. So I switched the one washi dot that has a big red chunk and put it up on the top. So now I have more of a triangle. Yeah, little things like that I do all the time. I really wanted to put something over on this label like, you know, a die cut or a summary icon of some sort. I didn't want to do a sun because I seem to do that on every page. So I was looking for a pair of flip-flops, and I cut these flip-flops out from, I think it was an Echo Park collection, maybe a Photo Play paper collection, and the colors just weren't right. They were kind of orange and pink. And so I found another little sticker that from October Afternoon that had flip-flops on it, and that was perfect because it was round and it brought in more round elements. So this is my tackle box of hardware, which has probably about 2 inches of dust on it because I never ever use it. This is like the year I started scrapbooking. My gosh, I don't know, 2005 maybe. And I used to have this to store because brads and eyelets were so big back then. The Making Memories collections and stuff. I don't think I've opened this tackle box in a really, really long time. But anyway, I have all these little, you can see all these brads and eyelets and things. I really wanted to use some eyelets and put some circles in, but I didn't have eyelets that were the right color. So I took out some brads that matched the colors too. I mean, I very well could have used enamel dots as well because I have 1,000 of those and, you know, they give the same effect as brads, but I decided I should just use these because I have them and I haven't used them in a long time. So I'm gonna, I'm kind of just pulling out the prongs of the brads just so I can lay them down flat so I can see where I want to place them. So I'm gonna place a couple of the bigger brads over amongst the circles on the left, and then I have a couple tiny yellow ones too that I'm gonna place in there. And then I also found, which I didn't even know I have this set of summer brads, and there's a couple fish, and there's like a little sand pail, and then there's these cute little flip-flop brads, which like I said, I didn't even know I had. So they're green, and they're on the little label where I'm going to put my journaling. And there's a close-up of them at the end because they're super cute. But the thing that bothered me about these little brads is that it's two left feet. All the flip-flops go the same direction, so you have to look really close, but you'll see it's two left feet instead of a right foot and a left foot. So that was a little annoying, but you know, nobody's going to look at that and say that. But now you will because I just mentioned it. So anyway, so I'm going to get my paper piercer out, and I'm going to just pierce a couple of the holes and put these brads in. And now I remember why I don't use brads, because they're a pain in the butt to poke the hole and push them through and turn your paper over and pull the prongs out. And enamel dots, you just stick them down and boom, you're done. But anyway, they still look cute. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up 1,000 times too, because it's just me poking holes and putting brads in. And if you've been scrapbooking for a while, I'm sure you know how to do this. Even if you haven't been scrapbooking for a while, I'm sure you could figure it out. So I'm going to start gluing some of my papers down. And the funny thing is, I haven't glued that wood grain paper down. And you know what? The blue wood grain paper, I don't think I ever do, because I end up stitching over it here in a minute. So I never actually glued it down. I just held it down with the washi tape and some stitching. So I edge distressed the blue paper, pushed all those brads down. I'm going to go machine stitch around the edge. You can see I machine stitched right down the middle of all the washi strips and then around the edge of the blue wood grain paper there. So I'm going to glue these background papers down, and I'm going to put some foam, craft foam, behind the photos to pop them up. And I'm going to start popping up with some foam squares my little phrases above the washi tape, give them some dimension and just to make them pop a little bit. They kind of get lost when they're flat with the washi tape. They kind of get lost in there in the design. So they just pop up a little bit when you put foam on them. So this page, by the way, is just, I mean, it's a cute photo of my son, but he had been jumping in the water off the dock, of course. And in the background, it's hard to see in the video, but you can see the ripples from where my daughter had just jumped in the water too, because that's what they do all day long during the summer, is they spend the whole day on the dock jumping in the water and playing games. And so that's what this page is about, just the days on the dock. I pop off the label sticker too, but I don't adhere it down right away because I want to write my journaling on it, and so I probably should have even written my journaling on it before I put the foam behind it, because it kind of made it a little bit squishy when I went to write on it. But I always forget to do that. I get so into, you know, designing and gluing things down that I forget to write before I put adhesive and stuff on. You can see, by the way, I didn't mention, I moved that one little clear sticker that I had over on the right. Oh, yuck. And put it over on the left of the photos. I swear I shower. I know it doesn't look like it when you see my head of hair like that, but I honestly, you know, I do bathe. But it's just in the morning, and well, it's sometimes in the morning and sometimes it's late at night, and you know, my hair is a mess then. I don't have to get all dolled up for these videos because typically you don't see me. Okay, so I put the little flip-flop brads on the label too. I'm going to add a date label behind the photo and a couple more things. I do go back and add a few, take that off, I don't like that there, a few splatters. This is in Seafoam from Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and it matches that kind of bluish green paper perfectly. And that'll do it. So there is my finished page with all the little dots and the journaling. I really like how this came out. Unfortunately, I hardly made a dent in that washi stack, so maybe a quarter of the washi tape that was there, but I got a page documented, and that's what matters. So there it is. Thank you for joining me for day 4 of the Summer Scrapping Series, and again, please be sure to check out Beth Solar's video as well. Have a great day, and stay scrappy, friends. I'll see you tomorrow.